Good afternoon, everyone. I am here today to give you tips and tricks on how to save the environment and how to treat it better. Let's start. Plastic. So, we use a lot of this stuff. Even right now, beside me, I see a Sprite bottle, which someone threw on the ground. Right now, around me, there's already a lot of plastic. Plastic here, plastic there, plastic everywhere. There's a lot of this stuff. It's really everywhere. So, I'm here today to show you how to reduce plastic, as well as some other tips and tricks that I have in a list that I have made. Straws. A lot of people know them as the turtle killers. So a lot of us have been using metal straws, Disco Girls, and a lot of fast food chains have been banning them and just not using them at all. But one thing you don't know here is that they're still using a lot of plastic. The caps they use are still plastic. Straws. A lot of us know them as the turtle killers. And a lot of us have also been using metal straws as a substitute. Disco Girls. And a lot of food chains have been banning these little plastic things for they have been harming the environment. What those food chains don't know is that they're still using a lot of plastic. Namely in their caps, which they use for the drinks. They're also using it a lot for the wrapping of the burger. And yeah, there's also the plastic bags. They still haven't changed those. What's really going on here is called selective empathy. Just because we saw a turtle eating these and dying, it's an obligation to suddenly ban these things. But we're ignoring all of these other plastic things. Like this thing here. Yes, we do need to use less straws. Drinking out of the cup itself is fine. We don't have to just always get a straw. We can drink out of the cup and it's just much healthier for the environment. But that is also said for these things. They can be reused, which I will tell you later. Bringing our own containers. It's another way to reduce plastic. It's already been implemented here in school that you must bring your own container to store your food in, because as we know, the canteen has been moved to the very back, so we have to bring our own containers. A lot of us don't follow that rule, including me. But it is a great way to reduce plastic, although they do have plates, whatever. And you should bring your own container. It's beneficial. Sometimes you can take your own containers to shopping if you need only a certain amount. You can bring them to restaurants to store your leftovers, to be specific, instead of asking for a plastic bag. They're all really beneficial. It would help a lot more rather than asking for a plastic bag. So that also ties into the next little tip I have for you. Alright. I moved over here because it was way too loud. Use fresh juice instead of buying them. Now I don't have a lemon or a citrus or any type of fruit, but I do have a picture of a fruit. Using them does give a more fresh taste rather than the artificial flavors they use. Yes, it helps the environment as well because their skin or the leftovers can be used as nutrients for your growing plants, if you're growing any plants at all. It's also a good way. It's a very good way to reduce plastic because the skin can just be thrown away into the soil that you're using and it can grow and it can return the nutrients to the plants in a very short amount of time, as it decomposes very quickly. Unlike plastic, like I said, takes about so many years before it breaks down, and it's not even fully broken down. In the ocean, there's thousands of little specks of plastic. They're like plastic confetti in the ocean. I came here for peace and quiet. Now everyone's just loud. Anyways, yeah, make your own juice instead of buying pre-made juice or just juice powder, because it gives a nice fresh little taste rather than the taste that the factory ones have. So yeah, after you use the little citrus fruits and stuff, after their skin's been peeled off, you can just give it back to the plants and they'll absorb all that nutrients. So it's best that you use fresher fruits rather than buying like Tang. So this is better than this. I moved back here because wherever I go, noise always seems to follow. Alright, so the first step to reducing is, well, one of the tips, I guess, not really the first step, is to use reusable water bottles. This one was an old one. I used to use this so much, well, not really at all, so I should probably follow this step rather than leaving it in the gutter or somewhere in the trash. But it reduces plastic, it's reusing, so it's better to use this rather than buying a heap load of plastic bottles. But I do have a way you can use those bottles. That'll come up later. Using eco bags. Eco bags are meant to be reused, not to be displayed. So next time you go grocery shopping, if it's just a few quick items, maybe just use an eco bag. Cartons are actually also a really good way to reduce plastic, and yeah, it's a good way to reduce plastic using cartons. That's what they use in the supermarket. You can really reuse the boxes. Now, eco bags, as you can see in the shot, so using eco bags is really beneficial, and it's best to use them, like I said, instead of asking for plastic, because yeah, it's gonna be really harmful if someone just decides to throw that anywhere around here. It takes years to break down. So as an example for this one, I'm going to be talking about how Singapore treats their own waste. They use a process called incineration. It's a means of destroying something, mainly waste, by burning them. Singapore is one of these examples. I've already told you that. They have a landfill called the Semakau landfill. 90% of it, most of it actually, looks like a resort. They burned down all of their waste and put it in this landfill. It is actually their only landfill. All of their ash and non-combustible material that have been burned down will be sent to, like I said, the Semakau landfill. Singapore's only landfill. They treat it in a way that is so clean. It does look like a resort. I'll try to pull up a picture from Nas Daily, you know, and it looks absolutely amazing. Or I could also pull up a picture from Google. I'm not sure if I'll be able to visit it, but maybe you can. Just what I'm trying to say here is that you can burn some of your waste and try to turn it or return it back to the soil. It is a good way to find a way to use your waste. For the last tip, I've got Jerlene here to help me. She doesn't want to show her face, but she's gonna help me with cutting this bottle because I'm a frail little bean, and we're gonna use it for plants. It's another way to reduce plastic. Whoop! It's not easy, but you have to be careful with this type of stuff. You can see that? It's cutting very nicely. And there you go. You've got an easy little plant pot for you to use. Easy, and from something that was originally just something you were gonna throw away, now I got a tiny plant pot. You can choose to decorate it, or you can just choose to leave it like this. I normally like to paint it, my Elizabeth. And we're gonna find some soil to fill this with. Alright, thank you, Jerlene. Fortunately, I was not able to finish it within the time given, so basically, here's the idea. You take your own cut-up bottle. Can you stop jumping in the video? Sige, magkain ka na! Shut up. Basically, you take your cut-up bottle, you put soil in it, you make sure it's soil, and you probably shouldn't put anything like sand in it because the plant won't grow. So you make sure it's soil, and I'll show you what type of flowers you need to get. If you can't find these, it's fine to just buy seeds, but if you don't have seeds around you or like in the store and you don't want to go there and you're not allowed to, I'll show you one because it's actually here in school and it's the one you can use if you don't have any seeds but want to grow some flowers. So let me show you that. Alright, for this next shot, I thank Andre for actually wanting to participate, and Desiree, I don't know what to do with you right now. For the next shot, Andre will be telling us where to get this flower, but try not to steal it. Alright, I'll get it. Let's go.
Ito nga pala ang flowers na pag nilagay mo sa lupa, magka-up. Ganito na.
Yan yung pwedeng i-plant ng walang seed, di ba, Andre?
Oo. Kamali lang ako.
Yan, closer look. Ito, ay Andre, ito pwede mo talagang kunin kasi malapit na mamatay para ma-return naman yung nutrients. So then, ito bagong-bago pa lang Okay, yan ang mga pwede. Thank you for Andre for actually helping with the video. Now he showed us what type of flower you can use. I'm not sure if you need the entire body or if you just need the head, but from my experience, we've only really used the head. So, yeah, you can use that as an alternative to seeds. And the flowers you buy on Valentine's Day can also be, used as seeds. So, I promise it's a good bag and it's not as expensive. So, thank you for... Thank you for watching, and fortunately, or not really, this is our last video for the school year. So I thank you for watching very much, and I hope you have a good day. Christine let me use her bag as an example, and you can see you can get them anywhere, and she got hers from Metrobank. You can even see for yourself that it says reuse, so they are meant to be reused because it's a way to reduce plastic.